Someone broke into the East Wing storage rooms. Not sure what's left. Check for yourself.
Well, hello everyone, come on in. You are watching Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lou, some call me Cheatspeak, and you know what? It's Sunday night, I think. We're hanging out, it's the end of the weekend, gotta wind down, gotta relax. What better way to do it than by playing some super unrelaxing Arc Raiders? So we're gonna hop right in again. Nice to see you. Hello, here we are. So, like we said and teased, it's going to be about trials tonight, and with just a couple hours left before the week resets, we got our spots on the leaderboards. But hey, can we kick it up maybe another couple thousand points to get to a higher promotion level? 5 hours left. Let's find out. We got cheekiness already. If you're out discovering the Ark, doesn't that make you a Raider of the Lost Ark? Hello for it. Were they ever really lost? That's a good question. These are the things we think about late at night. Anyway, so here's what we're rocking here, and here's what the plan of action is. So like I said, we have a few trials left to do, and a few places we're hoping to make some additional strides. So I feel like we can do better on damaging wasps. We just need a 2x map that I can get, 7, 8, 10 of them down. I feel like with the right amount of patience, we can also focus on Rocketeers, Leapers, and Bastions just to really drive the point home. It's going to be a lot of wolf packs, I think. We came prepared, we have enough equipment, and maybe some more plant harvesting, although we did pretty well on that last time I did this. Just hanging out on damn battlegrounds. So let's see where we're working here. We've got a night raid on the Blue Gate, which will be really good for some Arc, and we'll try to take advantage of that. And then we're going to move over to probably Damn Battlegrounds, or Stellamontis, probably Damn Battlegrounds. Damn it! What are we running this time? So it's a combination of things. I've been getting ratted a lot lately, and I'm trying to be conscious about not bringing in too much good stuff that I'm sad about losing. So while it's tempting, we're only going light shields for the moment. We still have our big looting augment just to have it, and then we're gonna be that guy, and we're going in with the Stitcher. A little bit of tweaking just in case, but I've already had to mow people down with it because I'm getting ratted, so that's fine. And then obviously if you're fighting Arc, the Anvil is a nice thing to have, and that one's fully upped and ready. Have a couple of wolf packs just to go in and see what's going on. A ton of seeker grenades because we're pro. Why not? And we're gonna go see what happens. So we're gonna kick it off right away. We're going to night raid on the Blue Gate, see what we can find on top of that, and go in. I don't think we have any keys to speak of, so there's no specific conduits we're going through there. But you can see we got a lot of stuff hanging out in the old inventory. We're going to bring in another adrenaline shot. Why not? A lot of stuff. And thankfully, we're up on... we were down on a few key materials, but we came back and we did it, and now everything is totally fine. I don't need that many components. How are y'all doing out there? Hope you're staying safe, staying warm, keeping well. That's not what I wanted to do either. Is it not? Hold on. What are we doing? Oh my god. Here we go. It's not... Maybe we're not playing today. Okay. But you know, game, you can just tell me if you don't want me to play. That is... A little error screen pop up. Just be like, piss off. It's fine by me. Is it just the night raid? Nope. Alright, well. When in doubt, start over again. Welcome to the engaging content you can always hope to expect from Hypocritic GG. I don't know, man. The ARC does always win, so now it's got to validate. Now we got to go back and do it again. What's the concern here? Welcome to my Steam OS, I guess. And our beautiful little Legion Go. We've been proud of our Lenovo Legion Go S, our little Steam Deck replacement, and how nicely it's trucked along. I don't even have a color set up. We normally exclamation point colors. I don't have the D20s going. I hopped right into this way too eagerly. I'll have to set those up at break and then just have like a massive bunch of them. Don't worry though, the light app isn't responding either. So this is going to be a great time where we're not actually able to do anything. everything is wrong. We are a mess. This is what happens when you're like, oh, let's just go live. Why not? It literally, the app won't open. So that's super fun. There it is. So we'll have that loading in the background. Now we're in. And we've got all our stuff and we're ready to go. And we want to do the night raid. And here we go. What the fuck? Okay. We're actually not playing tonight, I don't think. It just straight up won't matchmake me. That's good. Ooh, now we've got ourselves a little debug to do. So it's nowhere. It's like I go over to Buried City. Straight up, not doing it. Awesome. Can I tweak anything else? What is the problem? Can I turn crossplay off? Do I need to, what do I need to do? Who do I need to ask or insult to get this working? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I do have an idea. I might have left it on the Xbox, so it's not letting me matchmake because I'm signed in 2 different places. Let's see if I'm right. Hang out for a sec. We'll be right back, and I'll probably set up the dice cam while we're at it. So hopefully we'll be playing shortly, and probably not at the Blue Gate. But let's see. We're going to race it. We got 3 minutes. Can we do it? Let's find out. Wouldn't you know it, that was exactly the issue. Left the Xbox on, you can't be multiple places at once, as it turns out, just like in real life. And we are good to go. Dice cam's ready, we are ready. Arc is ready, the Arc are ready. Oh baby, it's time. We even got dice ready to go. Yeah, prove it. Roll a dice. We'll get you a roll going. Don't you worry. All right, so we're probably doing Arc here. We'll get that D20 shortly. So you are a Raider of the Lost Ark. Yes, I am, as it turns out. Okay, so we're going to want to try to do this somewhere, obviously, with ground cover. Considering we just spawned directly into a Rocketeer, that's going to need to be our plan of action here. We need, okay. This is pure dicey shit. I don't understand. Everything's on me. Okay. How many more murders can occur? Oh. It begins already. Let's get above him. Jesus Christ. All right, well, fun start. Come and get me. Not quite how I imagine this going. We may need to blip out somewhere else. We flashed the light at him and immediately ratted on. That might be a seeker we can hit. Oh yeah. You ain't getting shit, buddy. Sometimes that's just what has to happen. They're probably out, you know, either doing similar things or they're just ratting, as one does, and that's painful. And, yep, he was ready for me. Thanks, buddy. Enjoy my shit. What's the fucking point? We immediately spawned in and died, so that's great. And it was the same guy the whole time. He was just tracking. He was just tracking. This is why you don't go in with too much stuff that you want to lose. Because, and this has been happening a lot lately, ratters are goddamn everywhere, especially for the trial, since everyone is getting really, really sweaty about it. You need to come in prepared to like do battle with everyone you meet. So we may be more aggressive. I don't admire the hate though. It's different schools of thought. Some people do more PvP on it, but I'm always in very passive lobbies because I so rarely shoot. Did I even shoot that guy? I don't think I did. So it's those that are in the already very passive lobbies and just grinding away on people that really piss me off. And that I have no respect for. So I'm ready to throw down though. Over the past couple days though, it's been frustrating because, like I said, it's been so many instances of. So what do I want? I want the Stitcher back. I'm just gonna do Stitcher and Anvil again, because those I can just kind of grind through and lose and not care too much about. I think it's only Yeah. And it's hard because he gets the jump on me, or he got the jump on me every time. So had I been able to get the drop on him, that might have been a different story. But unfortunately not. But no, I've had so many ratters. I can't tell you. God, probably 5 or 6. I mean, like explicitly, like I'm either typing at the computer or I'm waiting to like get the extract door open where I'm like straight up ratted from someone like standing in the back of me. So you know, clearly that was the intent. They were just going to engage no matter what. So you have to come prepared. That's just kind of the way. That's much better for, I really like this one. Tactical Mark II. Upon shield break, deploys a small smoke grenade so you can get away and sort of readjust yourself. So that's over. The night raid is at... I almost want to do Stella just for the stuff, because there's so much good stuff you farm off of Stella, but it's not going to help me with any of the trials, and we kind of want to stick to that. So let's try that first. Also, awesome that like you flash the flashlight and you're like, hey, I'm friendly, and they just blow you to hell anyway. That's the Arc Raiders difference. Okay, so we need... I'm not going to kit this thing out like crazy, because I'm just going to get blown away again. Yeah, we're raiding some arcs and we got fucking smushed already, so no mercy tonight. I'm telling you, we're gonna go in. If we have to blow everybody away, that's just how it's gotta be. I gotta go in with a lot of heavy ammo because if I'm doing a lot of damage to arcs, well, I guess I could do the Bastion. Flashlight is an intimidation technique. It's not though. It's not. It's that's like one of the universal signs, especially when you don't have your mic, of like, I'm friendly. Don't tase me, bro. It was a prank. But most respect that. You're gonna get some that don't, and that's just kind of the way it works. Your inventory's so much better than mine loot-wise. Yeah, and even now, because I'm down a little bit of stuff, you know, we've got a ton of guns that we're holding on to. We've got a bunch of, this is one of my favorite PvP-focused ones, the Torrent. It's just so unsatisfying to lose it to someone, so I'm reluctant to kind of bring it in. We have the Renegades. I friggin' love the Batinas for fighting Arc. And I actually downed 1 or 2 people with it who tried to rat me with like a Pharaoh, like the really bad one-shot, like one-shot at a time battle rifles. So that was funny. There's Sarah to Dark Lou activated. She's seen me get probably unhealthily frustrated at all of this when these sort of things happen. And, you know, I will apologize in advance, because that was just a really shit start, and that made me sad. Let's see if we can turn it around. So I need my shields. Here's that. Let's go in with just bandages. And I do start to now use adrenaline shots. I never really put much stock in them before, but now it's like I almost don't leave home without them. I want a bigger backpack if I'm bringing this much ammo in, but let's just have a try. Let's just have a try, see where we land with it, since apparently everyone's just gonna go in squishing. We're really going for wasps on this, right? Because we've got... Realistically, wasps are where I'm gonna find some traction here, because that's not at 3 stars yet. We're already over 4,000 on that, so that's a lot of damage I'd have to do in one match. So we'll see, but not a great start. Or do we turn this into... I've never done like a proper full PvP run where I legitimately am just like shooting people down, shoot on sight. I've never been in that sort of lobby or had that kind of experience. Is now the time? And do we finally start to figure that out for ourselves? Because that is a very, very different game than friendlier PvE focused Arc. It does look so pretty, and this is just on the This is just on the Legion Go S on, you know, medium/high settings. It's not like I'm doing anything crazy, so it's nice. Now, we will also harvest plants along the way because we did very, very well on the damn battlegrounds, actually. Harvesting plants, there may be some more room for us to do better with that. And this is going to light on fire. We kind of just trick people with it, almost. We're going to head right over to the domes, I think. Do a roly-poly out of there. Keep ourselves brisk and ready. Again, we've got a lot of heavy ammo and the anvil for the arc, and then if we need to start spraying people, we'll do it with the Stitcher. So again, these are builds and these are inventories I am okay to lose. So like maybe at some point to do more explicit arc stuff, we'll do a Bettina run. We'll do something like that, but I can craft those, and that's okay. One thing I had read too, and I kind of agree with the sentiment. I forget what I was saying. Lenovo needs to pay you the way you dote on that thing. Go away, baloney. I will go to bat for the stuff that I like, and I mean, I've made no secret here on the channel that we've been really enjoying the Lenovo as sort of the Steam Deck replacement, and I do not apologize and don't miss it. If something's worthy of praise and attention, we're gonna give it that attention. Hashtag ad. Maybe one of these days. That would be nice. But you know how we feel about ads. The Stitcher is okay then. It's like a little too okay. That's the problem. For it just being like the bog standard shit SMG, it is a little too effective, especially in, you know, close range combat, obviously where it's designed to be used. It is shockingly effective. You can, you know, nail some headshots on somebody, catch them off guard. It is very effective. If you can dump it into them such that, you know, you have a decent magazine in it, you don't have to reload, that's the dream. So if you catch people off guard and they don't have like a heavy shield, you're kind of good to go with the Stitcher. And that's become my, just to, you know, today or yesterday, that started to be my go-to for like lower pressure, you know, combat heavy situations where I'm not afraid to lose it. And it's worked out really well because, again, you can get shot, you can die, you're not bringing in super fancy stuff that you're going to miss. And for how effective it is, you've got a friend. He doesn't seem concerned. But now, as we've seen, we can trust no one. But we've got a ton of... This is why we love the Dome Complex, especially for this sort of thing. There are so many plants to harvest. Like, how many have we had? There's so many right here. This is insane. Oh my god, we're going to hit the plant record for me, like, immediately. We don't have to worry about Arc, even. How are we doing on that? We're already close to our record here, so we can definitely get some more points off of this. And now that thing's calling in reinforcements, so we may have some Arc to kill. This is going well. Where do we want to go now? To the north. Sometimes you just don't want to deal with it. You throw a Seeker. It's like Indiana Jones in that sword fight they didn't want to do. Just kind of say, screw it. Get on with your day. Ergo. Got to be conscious of everything else. It might be a little dark as we run from place to place, but we want to be A little bit stealthy, a little under the radar. Careful. And of course, you know, like you've seen on these kind of round bits, there is a ton of moss, which is very helpful. Hi there. Yep, plants. See, we're all friends here. Doesn't have to be this way. And we got some real good goodies off of this one. The nice thing is, too, you don't have to extract with the plants. You just have to harvest them. So, helpful when you're, you know, in short on inventory space. Maloney's telling me that I'm glazing the Lenovo too hard. Getting some Final Fantasy going over there. That's been the hot topic lately. But apparently it's not been going so well. I don't know. Tell the people about your Final Fantasy experience, baloney. If and you're still here. Someone's been busy in here. Busy. Have you played this on Xbox or other platforms yet, or just the Lenovo? No, yeah, we have it on Xbox. And I actually, that's where I've been playing a lot of it. So it's sort of like Xbox if I'm just hanging out in the living room or whatever. Lenovo, the Legion Go, if I'm streaming it here or if I'm, you know, in bed or on the road, obviously. And that is something. I brought in some wolf packs, yeah? 2. Would that be enough to kill this thing? Is it a Bastion or a Bombardier? It's a Bastion. I need Bombardier cells for one of my tables. Tables! Maybe not today. I have exactly 1 wolf pack from a kind stranger. I found the blueprint at some... Is it... I got the table up to level 3, so that's how I can wolf pack so easily. They are expensive, but you can get enough explosive compound to kind of keep it routine. You just can't go around, you know, spraying 3 a match. You got to be a little judicious about it, right? So where am I with the plants? I'm close. I need like 1 more. There's 1 more dome over here. See, I'm afraid now. So everyone's out here trying to murder me. It's a game, and it's the 7th, but also like the 80th, and it's okay. So there's your glowing recommendation here. You just need more. You need more games and more hardware in your life to glaze and get excited about. Maybe that's the problem. Bye-bye. And we've got our plant. Windows 11 and VRAM are mostly what's making me sad. This is why we very intentionally went with the SteamOS version of the Lenovo. In part, or mostly because genuinely performance of games is a lot better on the SteamOS version than it is on the Windows version. So that was not a hard decision, actually. There is some rationale for it. But, you know. Yeah, I am. How can it be the 7th, but also the Final Fantasy? Isn't that... I love that that's such an ironic story, too, where they made Final Fantasy on the NES, you know, all the way back in the day, because it was supposed to be... I think it was Square at the time, just Square. Square's last game. And if it didn't go well and didn't sell well, they would just kind of... The studio would go out of business. Here we are, how many entries later? I love that kind of irony in life. I'm good on that. I definitely need this, and I want my medium gun stuff, so... No moss for me. Rolling stones and moss, etc. Well. These bastards have been getting a lot smarter, too, and harder to hit. Jesus. They jump up on things to chase you now. They routinely roll out of buildings and follow you. They're very annoying. And we got ticks, too. Lovely. All my favorites. Ended up more fantasy than final. Fantasy for everyone trying to play it reasonably, I guess. I don't know. I am not in the mood. Not in the mood for ticks. So you can buy it out of the box with SteamOS. Yes. Or did you have to install it? Yes. So I think you can install it on the Windows version over it, but the Lenovo, the Legion Go S, is one of, I think, only 2 pieces of dedicated hardware at the moment that officially supports SteamOS. It to come with that out of the box. The other one is obviously the Steam Deck itself. So that is cool. And that was kind of my main thrust behind buying it. Yeah, no, it's great. And I mean, I know you do, you know, Full Metal does a lot of stuff about handheld gaming on her channel. And so we talked about like the ROG Ally X and all these different kind of portable options since that market has exploded so much. And where I kind of landed on it when I knew I wanted to kind of get rid of the LCD Steam Deck was, all right, well, let me, you know, what can I replace it with that's a little bit more powerful that, you know, I don't want your spam. I have to risk getting shot at to deal with your spam. But yeah, so, you know, I was thinking, like, what's going to be a better balance of I want to spend but not, like, go insane with how much this thing's going to cost me, but I need it to be more powerful than the LCD Steam Deck. I would like to stay on SteamOS if I can, because it's been such a good experience for games. And that's really what kind of made the difference. There were other options. There's even higher spec versions of this that I could have gotten. This is kind of the base one. I think it's what? 512 gigs of RAM, 16, or wow, of storage. Can you imagine? That'd be expensive today. I think, what, it's 16 gigs of RAM, 512 of storage, and then I have a 512 SD card, same as I had in the Steam Deck. And it's been great. I think, you know, I got it on, what, I got it on sale for, what, $530? It's normally $650 or something like that. And there are higher spec versions. There's one with a, you know, stronger chips. There's double the RAM. There's more storage inside, but that's, you know, not really where I wanted to go. Just didn't want to spend that much. It's nice to have a quiet anvil. Valiant fight. To the death with you. Alright, so for the rest of my plants, I'm thinking we go up to these apartments, because there's normally a lot of agave that grows right around that. So we come prepared. Yeah, I saw that with the handheld, the Thor dual screen kind of thing. It looked a little sus with some of those error messages you were getting, or some of the notifications. That was a little fun. All right, so we're going to go up here. We're going to keep an eye on ourselves. Watch for rats. Is this the one with the agave that I want? Maybe down a little farther. And I know it's maybe not the most ideal way to see it. Here's some agave. Running around with the light off because I'm being targeted, and, you know, people are going to come after you. How are we doing on that? All right, we're at a new personal best. So that's good. So now at this point, we want to just take advantage and farm as many of these plants as we can. Because we had such good luck at the dome, we really want to maximize that now. That's where we're going immediately here. So there's a lot of these. Gotta find, I mean, there's a ton of these around here. Not all of them have been looted. I love how you can just stand directly on top of that. Like it's just a platform. And another one? Or is that a pair? I'll never know. Since I can't get to it. I feel like you want to stay full health, full shields. The encounters will make you nervous. Oh, it's the agave that's dropping, right? Because it's my inventory's full. I don't need it. I'm okay without it.
Over here.
All right, 4,500. Okay. So we're well over our previous record here. We're going to keep going, though. We have 13 minutes. The extract is going to be over here, so that's handy.
Head home at the North Complex elevator.
Weirdly, too, you know, I've been seeing a ton of ratting at extract mostly. Now, I mean, kind of that's more the general term of ratting. Just getting shot, you know, in the back isn't necessarily ratting. That's just shitty PvP, right? From my perspective, that real genuine ratting is when you're extracting and someone shoots you like in the back. Or, you know, you're waiting for the train. Even better when you're like typing away on the computer getting ready to actually extract and you're getting shot at. That is genuine A+ organic cage-free ratting. And we have no respect for that. Nice. Gotta be careful around these parts. There was so this was my most recent ratter, I think. I was on Stellamontis, which is where most of the ratting happens. That is the most PvP aggressive map of them all for various reasons. And I was extracting it. I think the Seed Vault, the hardest extract because it is just the one kind of choke point. And of course, I'm getting shot at by somebody. So we kind of go back and forth for a little bit. He's really bad. I get away. This other person's running the opposite direction toward them. So I'm flashing my light. I was playing on Xbox. I didn't have a mic in. Trying to tell him. So they get into a fight. He downs and knocks out the person that I was warning not to go in. While he's doing that, then I come in and then I attack him and then he dies. So that was very satisfying. I'm sorry that it had to come at the expense of that person who kind of absorbed it, but God, when you have a ratter and you're actually able to take them down, and they both had a lot of good stuff. So I think the one guy, the ratter, had like 3 complex gun modules, 2 other pink things. So that was just fantastic. And I felt so good after that one of just being like, trash.com, see you later. It feels good. Feels good like that. So I don't actually know how far up you can go on the map like this. So it kind of starts to taper off, right? So you take the bridge out and what happens? Maybe one of these days we'll find out. I don't know what else plant-wise we're going to find here. We'll kind of back up at some spawns now. People have obviously been here. I don't have a whole lot of room at this point. So do we take the jump in plant as is and get out of here, or what do you think we do? Because I came in at like 3,300, we're at 45, and I'm pretty far off on everything else. Like I would basically have to do a dedicated wasp run. I'm not going to get it in 9 minutes. So maybe we just head toward the exit here. Toward the extract. If we find another plant or two along the way, that's great. I don't know how many there are this close to the generator stuff. Here's a hood, though. We love a hood. Nothing interesting. Hello, cars. Someone extracting? Or am I hearing things? Oh! You never say no. I really don't think there's going to be too much else. Unless, do we have some agave here? Ooh, we do! Oh, see, we were pessimistic about it. And look at that, we've got at least 2 more. Ooh. This is great. I would think because they're kind of hard to... I do need prickly pears, so I'm going to make some room for this. Why are you making so much noise? I don't need this much heavy ammo, so if anyone comes by, they're going to get a nice, nice surprise. Well, that was good. And that, I think, has tempted fate plenty, so maybe let's try to get out of here now. I would like to have a clean extract, so let's have a go of it. Oh, components. Love me components. Oh, I definitely need actual mechanical components, so let's get rid of that. Let's do this. Rocketeer time, baby! I see you. I see you! Oh, he's waiting. Oh, he waiting. Oh, someone... There's someone else? Uh-huh. See you later. That'll do. Clean extract. Go team. That's what we like to see. Whew. And we are out. Is that... The popped at me in. Okay. That was a lengthy one, but we walked away with some good stuff. Wow. 2 power rods! That's amazing. And very good, because I can bring them into the damn battlegrounds now. And I can try to unlock that door that takes a power rod, because there's guaranteed good stuff in there. That would be nice. Alright, so that was 1,500 points more just off of the plants alone. So that was a really good run. And that puts us now in much better shape. We're only 2 down from a 2x promotion on this now. So we need probably about, let's say for cushioning, about 1,000 more points. No, we need about 1,500 more points. So we can probably squeeze that out on wasps. If we're good, because that's our lowest threshold now. So I'm game to do that. So we're going to spec out just to go after wasps. So let's put all this away. Most of this I want. This stuff I don't need. That's good. Don't really use jolt mines. That's fine. We're just going to go in with like a shit ton of seeker grenades and a lot of heavy ammo and see what happens. We'll have the Stitcher in reserve just in case. I do want to put a magazine on it this time. Okay, a lot of So that's 5. Let's go in with 15. Let's really be greedy about it. We have the alloys. It's a luxury. Oh, baby. Alright, so now let's make 2 more of these, 2 more of these, and I think we're good. Yeah. Let's just make a magazine quick, and then we're good to go. We just got a whole bunch of stuff out of that, so I feel good doing this. We got mechanical components. That'll give us a lot more oomph out of the Stitcher if we really need it. Teach someone a lesson, potentially. Maybe we can stabilize it too. That's fine. We earned that one. We found it out in the wild. That's fine. All right, let's go back in. We might, if we're quick, we may have another 2 rounds in there. Otherwise, where are we going next? So after this, we'll probably move to Buried City, which will have a decent amount. We'll see what happens. How y'all doing out there? Staying safe, staying warm, I hope. Doing well. It's been cold and snowy and yucky here the past few days, and that's been a challenge. But we're gonna hit low 30s this week. We're gonna warm the hell up. This is gonna be great. We might actually have a little snow melt. That would be really nice. Okay, let's go again, folks. Thanks for tuning in. It's just a random Sunday night that we're here, and I didn't bring a power rod, but that's fine because, of course, we're on the other end of the map. It does tend to have this bad habit I've seen, and it feels anecdotal in like tinfoil hat stuff, but whenever you bring in a key, and if you've been playing, maybe you felt this too, when you bring in a key to a specific place, you will spawn inevitably like as far away from that place as you can. So if I want to go to the power generation complex, I will spawn here. If I want to go to the water treatment plant, I'll spawn by the testing annex. If I spawn by the testing annex, I'll spawn by the domes. And there's just seemingly no way around it. The game loves to just screw you over like that, seemingly. I don't know why. You see reports about it online a lot. Is it to discourage use of that key? Is it to make it harder? Because a lot of the time, especially on maps like this, where that power rod room, because it's a more obtainable consumable, it's not super obtainable, but, you know, reasonably. If you're not there within the first, like, 2-3 minutes of the whole map starting, like, if you spawn in at 25 minutes, you're not getting it. If you spawn in at 29 minutes on the other end of the map, you're not getting it. Unless you go directly there with like 29:30 on the timer, you're not getting it. And a lot of the time, the same goes for individual rooms. Now, it kind of depends which room it is and what map you're on and whatever. But, see, even Full Metal's noticed this. It's just this cheeky little thing where the spawns are pretty random, but it feels a little more targeted in that specific case as opposed to others. Is that a probe? I hear a friend. Or a not-so-friend. Okay, we got grenades out of that. Got explode. Ooh, okay. How much explosive compound? Okay, just 1. I was like 4! I'm gonna risk this. It always freaks me out how much they sputter and explode, because I feel like I'm getting shot at when that happens. I'm like, no, God, don't kill me. It's the arc circuitry that I'm mostly here for. So that's good for me. Not seeing a lot of arc, though, and we're already pretty far into the map, so I don't know. It might be worth just kind of bailing out and ducking back in, right?
Let's head home at the water treatment elevator.
We have a better shot at finding them I mean, they spawn in, but I want to kind of have the whole half hour to go for it. Someone's doing a shooty.
Okay, coming. Hey, wait. Don't follow. Wait.
Too late. He was not happy about that. Normally you would wait. See, GC was looking like, oh no! Justin in lasagna form didn't make it. Or did he? I don't know. Bologna lasagna. I didn't know you came in lasagna form, Justin. I thought I was the only one that came in balls lasagna. I was the one that came in lasagna form. You're muscling in on my territory. I actually don't know how much I appreciate that. We gotta have a discussion. All right, we're just gonna pocket all of this for expediency's sake and keep it moving. Back to the night raid. Because otherwise it's like Rocketeers, Leapers, and Bastions. With enough wolf packs, you can clean that off pretty easily. Do I want to throw like 4 or 5 wolf packs at it and risk dying along the way? Maybe not. The wasps seem a little more attainable, but we got to get a lot of them. We're going for like 8 to 10 wasps, which is a fairly tall order. That's why you want the whole half hour to try to secure that, if you can. But yeah, normally, you know, someone will be like, "Oh, stop the elevator! Someone's coming in." And even just recently, you know, we had some folks that were down, like trying to get in. They were trying to get their buddies in, so that's okay. Again, it's risky, and you always have to. Everything you do has to be a little bit grain of salt in the game, because. And like I've had this happen too. People will be like, even recently, "Oh no, I'm friendly, don't shoot," and then they just immediately pop you. So, especially during the night raids, especially when you're coming up on the end of a trial, and people are trying to farm and get stuff done, they see you as a threat, whether or not you are one. You gotta watch yourself. And of course, it's very handy for stream that all of this is happening in the dark. You'll love to see it, or not. It's a little moody, that's all it is. Let's get up top here. Maybe this thing will cue them down for me. Oh, yeah, there we go. If we were meant to see it, we would. There you go. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think. I think it does just naturally look a bit brighter on my screen. So we cratered that thing, and that was hilarious. Ironically, I would have liked for it to call down some friends. Maybe this one will. We got the wasps out of that, so that's really all I wanted, so the rest of them can have fun up there. And the rockets are beaming down, so that's fun. Okay, so we are good with that, so that puts us at 880 out of 2800, so that it's 400 per wasp, so we're looking at least 8 to clear that. And if we want to go a lot higher on points, we got to have many more than that. We're looking probably more at like 10 wasps if we really want to be complete about it. Are we even going to... We're basically going to have to corner and kill like every wasp we come across. Nice. So those snitches need to be present. You just got to watch for these roaming hordes of them. We have a see, a bombardier. I think that would be helpful. I would want that right now. Yeah, see, that still sends rockets from on high when they get the ping out. Okay. Jesus. Alright, so he just kind of waited out. Now we're good. Continue on. Did someone just... Alright, see, again, you throw enough wolf packs at something, it's all gonna fall down. We are on Wasp Patrol. I guess
Let's move to that location.
kind of head back more toward the open areas. There are a decent amount of them hanging out in the swamp region. They tend to jump you in those open areas, and I have some pretty good success there. We did have ones just land right now, so they come in what, every 5 minutes or so. So we're gonna be just cusping here. We'll see what we can do. More seeker grenades. Lucky us. I'm good for it. No, we're doing good. Just we got a fun week ahead. A lot of fun channel stuff coming up, so we're going to talk about that as the night progresses. Oh, we got more wasps. Oh yeah, we do. And even more landing. That's a leaper.
Negative.
We're just gonna ignore the leaper. You don't need a... That's fine. We're not here for the leapers. He might be, though. No, I'm doing good. We got a lot of busy work ahead. What are you saying? So they can handle it. We have different priorities right now. Okay. We can head more toward the dome, I think. Bye-bye.
Hey, hello.
Looks like, did that just... That's one we do need. So that'll call something in. Do we have a way out? We do. I'm going to bandage up just in case. Ow. Let's handle this. Okay. It's impossible to hit anything. We know this. Okay, we're good, we're fine. Everything's fine. We're doing good on the wasps, though. 2 more and we're over that threshold, I think. And there's more coming. Do I have more seeker grenades? I have a bunch. Okay. So those snitches are actually kind of your best friend in this situation. That's not one we care about. And we also just got to watch for where the extract is. So that's going to be our extract point. We just keep an eye on that so we don't get too far away. But keep farming those wasps as best we can. That's promising. That's right around the 10-minute mark in as well. Much less promising. Just spawned a bastion in. Do not want. I hear... Oh god, Rocketeer. Okay, okay, we are so out in the open right now. Oh, this is bad, actually. This is going to get real not good in a minute. Shield up. Forget about ticks. No, thank you. Who's the rest of our friends here? They both... They are. That's not fun. I thought they were wasps. They can come in here now, too, which is, like, extra fun. Yep, see? Helpful, though. Tight spaces. There's the other one. Stop! Ugh. I'm not wasting grenades on you. Nice. I think I'm just watching my shields too. Alright, so we're still out here looking for wasps. Can we get this sentry our way? Or the stitcher, snitch, or whatever it is? And they're handling the bastion. I give them credit. Sometimes it's just time and diligence. I thought there were ones coming down. Maybe not. That Rocketeer in the back is not making me happy. We got more coming in. Show me. You ever just stare him down? There's two now. Oh, goody. Well, the domes are home for the foreseeable future. Yikes. Heal up a bit. They sound busy. We're just hopping. We're just hopping around. Not worried about. We're not worried about it. We're not worried about it. Got some goodies there. Rusted bolts. Water pump. Battery. Yeah. Why not? Gears. Kaboom. A little light. Oh, we got some spawn-ins. Chill yourselves. See? Why are they all the way out here? Tell me. There's our friends. Let's see if... God damn it. Where are the wasps? These are both hornets. They're the opposite of helpful right now. Set it to your face. I'm not afraid. Are you also one? That'll do it. It's a rotor takedown, actually. Give me your secrets. If there was a hornet target, I'd have hit it in spades by now. More. See, it's all pops and things. Bring me your wasps. Spooky. It's so spooky. The atmosphere. We love the atmosphere, and that has always been the case. I have adrenaline shots. I don't want to burn them unless I really need them, like I'm getting pursued by something, which I'm about to be. That's a wasp, too, but I can't get away from 2 rocketeers, I don't think. Unless I can bait the wasp. Can I get inside from here? If I can get inside, I'll bait the wasp. And I can... ish. Now where to go? Hello? Are you a wasp? Are you for real? Yo, dog, heard you need wasps. All you're gonna find are hornets. At least we're chunking on them fairly quickly. There's got to be a wasp there. Long range, no less. Hide from the Rocketeer. Did that count? It did. Oh, but there's no rope here. Throw me a little rope, why don't you? Maybe here? Yes. Okay. So the Rocketeers run with a wasp. Is that what I'm meant to believe here? Spawn me some goodies. Kaboom. Okay. Useless seekers helping me out big time. Okay. Oh, the smoke can't see through it. There we go.
To return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
So I thought it spawned another one. There's something down here? There is. Kaboom! Alright, so that went well. So we are at 3520. I think we can do better. I think we're also out of seeker grenades, though. We are. We have to do the rest of this the old-fashioned way. Leap. Hard pass on that. What's over here? Now, of course, the big challenge here, too, is we don't just have to... Ooh. All right. Yeah, those are the detectors for the bombardier, so that we got to be careful about. The challenge here is, you know, not just get all these wasps, it's also extract. Gotta be careful. There's agave here, too. That's good to know. One. Lucky for us, 2 more wasps. See if we can take advantage. The body shots are good because it ensures you get maximum damage off on them, so you don't just like clip a rotor and then they spiral. Does that count as damage done if they explode on their own? I don't actually know. All right, so we've got a lot here. We can keep trying. We're at 4,400. That's pretty good. That might be enough. I think that is enough because we came in at like 28. We're at 44. That would put us pretty well over the top into 2x territory. So we'll be pretty good on the trials then, if that's the case. So we can push it a little bit more. Harvest some agave while we're here. maybe not throw a grenade. It's a little bit of health, but we'll take the little bit. Let's see what's waiting for us at extract. Another bombardier, maybe? Or those are snitches, I think.
Friendly.
Not a problem. Trying to get them to focus on me here. Well, that's not what we wanted to see. Those are the wrong ones. Ride that out. 5-minute mark.
All raiders, we have Ark on screen. 5 minutes. Go find a way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
Maybe we don't tempt fate anymore. Because this extract might start getting crowded, so I'm willing to stop pushing my luck here.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. See if they're actually buddy. They are buddy. Yeah, buddy. We did it. Okay. Friendly arcs. Friendly raiders. Very good. Okay, so let's see the fruits of all that. That was a while. That was like a full 25 minutes in there. That was a lot of arcing. There's our friend. Okay, so not a huge haul, which we expected. That wasn't the point. We've reached our cred limit, and that was 1,600. So I think that's going to put us over the edge and well into 2x promotion territory for our leaderboards. Let's have a look-see. Hell yeah. All right, so not well into it, but like enough. But it seems like they're still edging forward because wasn't 17th or 18th in there? How many people did I displace? We're just cusping, and now every inch forward from here is going to be substantially harder. So either we go in and just try to like gunk out a bunch of Rocketeers. We could just have a very expensive run and hope we don't die to try to bump up Rocketeers, Leapers, or Bastions. We're at 4,100. It can go higher. But it's going to be a lot of explosives to do it. And we have about 4 hours left until it refreshes. So now we got to think a little bit. How do we want to do this? And any bastions we take care of will also count toward that one. Maybe we go in and just try to farm these guys. I don't know. So I would like to do that with something that has multiple safe pockets. If I'm going to bring in that many wolf packs, that's going to be a lot of consumables. Maybe we just say balls out and do it. I don't know. Let's spend some cred first because we're full up on cred. Let's go into the store. What do I want from the store? We like outfits, even though I like my outfit. We'll take a couple outfits. We got scout ahead. We love a good squat. I'll take the squat also. Some tokens or credits, whatever. Works for me. All right, so now to gear up for this one. We'll get rid of most of this. I'll keep the power cells. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. It's only one. Agave. It's good. I'm gonna hold on to the fuse grenade, because we'll need it and shit. 5 is not helping me. So I need one of my backpacks that has multiple safe pockets. Let's start with this one. It's only a light shield though, don't love that. Well, if we're going in, and it has that forced binoculars, I don't need 2 of these. I'm barely using 1 of these, so that I can sell. We're being a little judicious about it. Wow. All right, we're gonna just talk through the process. Let's re-up on this. I'm gonna go in with herbal bandages this time, if I can. All right, so we've got 6 in the stash, so that's good. Because I'll be fighting, you know, we got Rocketeers going around. Probably helpful to have this. Don't need the blaze grenade. Well, maybe I do. It'll do damage to, like, the bastions if we want it to. But not at the expense of something else. So let's go to the gear bench. This one might be good. Well, I want, yeah, that's... Are there any that are going to let me have 2 safe pockets? Yes, this one. But also have light, medium, heavy shields. No. All right, so that's the trade-off we're going to have to make. I will go with 24 slots. No, that's the one we didn't want just now. I really like that one. Looting Mark II. 3 augmented slots, 2 safe pockets. Love it. It's only a light shielder, but we'll have to take our chances, won't we? It also doesn't give me anywhere to put these. So we'll have the 2 wolf packs stowed in the safe pockets, at least. I also saw, wasn't there just... an augment introduced that lets you put guns in your safe pocket? That I would love, because for a lot of the arc hunting, I love doing the patina. Strong arc armor penetration, heavy ammo. It's not as direct maybe as the anvil. The anvil maybe does more damage per, but it's a lot more fun, and it's good in... I don't actually think it's good in PvP, but I've had success with it, kind of mowing down some folks that have jumped me. Can I repair this quickly? I can. Let's see. We're going to want probably 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to just need to go in with a shit ton of heavy ammo, because we're going to be shooting at this shit all day long. Yeah. That's the level we're at with this. Okay, so we do this, and then... We're gonna be bold about this one. I'm nervous already. We're bringing in 4 wolf packs total. Really try to do some damage to these bastards. And it's going to be at Buried City. Are we good? We've got a ton of ammo. We've got grenades. We've got a little bit of... I'll bring in a little bit of adrenaline also. A little more. You never know where you're going to be running away from. That's reasonable. That's probably enough. I don't know that we need the blaze grenade. I have the fuse in case there's a bastion or something. We'll try it. We're going to try it. I might clench the sphincter, y'all. It's a little... Hey, Raider! It's Vinny P, don't shoot! Alright, we're going in. Rocketeers are a big focus with this. I also get a ton of like arc circuitry and goodies when I take down the Rocketeers, so dangerous. Not as grindable as like a Bastion is, but we'll take it. Let me catch you up a little bit on things we've been working on. Mag dumps. Yep, that was how our first game started, no doubt about that. All right, so we started in a good spot. And do we have a Rocketeer right off the bat? No, we don't. Oh, now we get wasps everywhere, now that I don't need them. Usually there's a Bastion on top of the parking garage. I see you. We're gonna run into him. If that's the case. So yeah, let's catch up a bit on some fun stuff I've been working on. Y'all know a YouTuber called Matt KC. If not, you should. He does a lot of old electronics repair and interesting like homebrew coding projects for all sorts of different things. One of his most recent videos that he did was basically creating a Wii U gamepad emulator to start to circumvent the fact that, you know, you can only pair one per console. They're going to start getting harder to find. It's not a great state to be in, as that console, you know, is well over 10 years old. So, should have brought in some seeker grenades too. He has a project called Vanilla, which is a gamepad emulator. And I've been trying to start to get that running on... basically, because it doesn't run natively on macOS, like a Linux VM. So I have Ubuntu spun up on my Mac and doing all this stuff. So that would be a lot of fun to tinker with, and I would love to play around with it. Especially makes life much, much easier for recording gamepad footage when I'm working on reviews. Like we did Star Fox Guard a while back, just because I was really interested in it. Nice. Get them snitches out of here. We're looking for Rocketeers, boys, and we got one. You're gonna poke the bear. Get ready to avoid the bear. Here we go. That looked painful. Did that kill it? That did. Okay. How much damage did that do? 2,200. Okay, so if we do that again, we're already most of the way. We're already all the way there. Pretty active here. Where are we dropping, boys? There's Drake's Cove too. Hello, nice to see you. We're in Buried City. We're in Tilted Towers. That's where we are. Love me Rocketeer driver. Love me getting caught on me Rocketeer. How you doing, Drake's Cove? Nice to see ya. Give me another Rocketeer. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight these bastards. Well, it just took body shots. Ah, what a place to be that these towers just so happen to be tilted. You know, I don't make the rules. I didn't know this would be the case, but here we are. Okay. So it's Bombardier time. We're going to get away from all that. Got some shooty going on. Nervous shooty. It's going pretty good. No, we're doing good. We were just talking about some of the stuff that I've been plugging away at for the channel here, and all of us, Justin, Teresa, myself, we've all had some stuff cooking. You probably, well, you might have seen, you probably actually might not have seen it because the view count is not good because it's just some obscure early access game, Horizon Journey, that we got to take a look at, and it is horrifically bad. Justin was really, really helpful in kind of co-writing and playing that one to get some thoughts down. It is, I mean, it's non-functional. If you're curious about, you know, those kinds of borderline scams that you see in early access sometimes, that is a video to watch. I hear a bastion. I aggroed it. Like PUBG. No, it's not like PUBG at all. It is a space exploration game. Basically, it's a really shitty clone of No Man's Sky is what it really is. That thing on fire yet? I think it could use a wolf. Well... help a friendo out here. Yeah, Horizon. So it's basically an unplayable No Man's Sky. This is a little loud. I have more commentary on that just a second here. Actually, this would be a good one for the fuse grenade. Let me prep it. Ow. Odds that they're gonna rat me right after this. There we go. Well, they can have the loot. I'm just after the damage. Not even No Man's Sky got it right at launch. At least No Man's Sky was playable. That's the thing. This, and Justin, if he's still here, will tell you, that was not a ton of damage on it, was it? 3,000? I don't know. Well, onward. You could not play. Every, like, 5 to 7 minutes I was watching him play, he'd hit a game-stopping, like, show-stopping progression bug. Never to go any farther. They pushed, like, 5 different updates the day we were doing the biggest volume of our work on it. Each time it would fix things and then simultaneously make other things a lot worse. So it really felt like they were just sort of frantically plugging holes as they went along because they knew it was shit and they knew it wasn't ready and they were just like stitching it up as much as they could before early access kicked in. And that was pretty trash. They put out a pretty bold statement about it being like, we hear the feedback, you know, the usual, like, we hear the feedback, we're going to make it better, you know, we're going to get the show-stopping progression blockers under control. And my response to it basically was, you know, if you were serious about putting this out into early access and having people pay for it, it wouldn't be in this state. So don't do it. I kind of don't even care if they make it better or if it improves, because it just is. It was one of the most, like, glaringly, ballsily defective stuff that I think we'd ever seen, even for early access. We try to give it some leeway. We try to be understanding of the situation, because games are hard. But not like this. That's how that goes. And we had a pretty good streak there. I think we had 3 kind of early access pre-release impressions videos out within a week. We did Horizon Journey. We had Demon Tides and the Act 1 preview for that. Fabraz's most pressing 3D platformer with Bubsy 4D kind of right around the corner after that. And what is fated to be a big hit for us, seemingly, Winnie's Hole. And ironically, we get a Wolfpack blueprint out of all that. Good thing we have it. Is that a bastion? No, it is not. Wonder if they'll keep updating it or just leave it as is. I mean, again, from like my perspective, I kind of don't care. It's also just not novel enough to really be worth that revisit. You had the kind of procedurally generated worlds of No Man's Sky, and that was at least an interesting hook, right? You're finding these places for the first time, and I know that the game dynamic has changed a lot since then. I mean, a decade later, it's gonna, right? Rogue, but in space. It was just so unimpressive, even if it didn't work. And, you know, like we say, we don't like just ragging on games for no reason and being hard on them and dunking on them. But when it's that bad, you kind of have to speak your truth and be like, hey, don't do it. Got a wasp. No, we don't. So we're looking for like one more Rocketeer, maybe one more Bastion. New game idea. Third-person shooter with a very deep story where you have to walk while listening to NPCs talk for hours. There's no way that can fit. You're funny. You got some jokes out here on this eve. What time zone are you in? I can never remember. What time is it there right now, Drakes? Again, we're looking for like Rocketeers, Bastions. There's a Rocketeer. So if we can, again, find a safe place we can bait it from. Oh, please be an entrance here. Okay, good. I was like, oh boy. It's 12:27 a.m. February 2nd? February 1st? Where'd that Rocketeer go? Buddy, I was baiting you. February 2nd. Okay, so you are 14 hours ahead? Wow. Or no. No, 2 hours. You're 2 hours ahead. Come on over, buddy. Kaboom! And there's more where that came from. Nice. So that puts us at 52. 100 points. That's I'm game to extract on that. I spent all my wolf packs. We've tempted fate enough, I think. We can extract at the familiar northern station. Let's just grab some stuff off of them and get our Rocketeer goodies and call it on that. Oh yeah. I'm from the future. I was brought back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. Haven't we all tried to do such a thing? Yeah, so what were we talking about? So all the stuff lately. So we had Horizon Journey, we had Demon Tides, and we had Winnie's Hole, of course. How could we forget? Ironically enough, or maybe not, that one far and away the most popular of the three and the biggest video we've had in a while. As I'm running here, I'll try to pull up the statistics. If I go to our dashboard, according to the analytics, Winnie's Hole is at 9,200 views currently. It's tapered off a fair bit since release, but that's why it's so important to be day and date on the embargoes lifting on some of these weird, interesting titles that people have curiosity about. I hear robot. No, thank you, robot. You want to be sort of the... I'll explain when we are extracting here. Hold on. What the kind of thought process is. Are they leaving? Yeah, they left. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here, yeah? This is the risky part. Don't get eliminated. The tension mounts. Sweaty. We're good. Trials basically complete. That was pretty good. I'm not upset about that at all. Get eliminated, you say? Well, hot dog. Are you winning, son? We won. We won the whole prize. And look at that. Now we're up to 27,720 on that. We got to 5,200 over 4,100 on the Rocketeers, Leapers, and Bastion objective there. So hopefully that puts us at a decent threshold for the 2x promotion here. That bumped us up one whole spot. We were 15, now we're 14. We're only 100 points below Fire Note Hobo, damn it. That's fine. Hopefully that's enough cushion. It would suck if we just cusp on that. That would not be fun. So that would put us in the ranks here, which if you're not familiar, the trials are just sort of the not necessarily ranked mode, but way to sort of progress through a specific season's worth of unlockables and collectibles by ranking up and doing specific tasks week to week. They're your weekly challenges in Halo Infinite, basically, to rank up across a season. We're ranked Proski here, so you start off at Rookie 1. Most of it is to get that needs a shower emote because it is hysterical, and I'll find it in the shop. You can't get it yet. But you go through all these ranks, so it's Rookie, 3 stages of Rookie, 3 stages of Tryhard, then you get to Wild Card, 1, 2, 3, Daredevil, 1, 2, 3, Hotshot, Cantina Legend, all the way up. So there's 3 more runs of trials after this, so if all goes well, that'll put us in Wild Card 3, which means we'd have a pretty good shot at, you know, some reasonable level of Daredevil before the season's over. You know, going 2 hops at a time would put us Wildcard 3, Daredevil 2, potentially Hotshot, which would be crazy. That would be really, really cool. So we're doing good, and that's... I really like the trials because they are a way to kind of focus your energy in the game on something that's, you know, progression-based and varies week to week and time to time, so you're not just grinding away at the same stuff, getting the same materials, fighting the same arc for no reason over and over again. So it does encourage a little bit of that experimentation, which is fun. So you try out different builds, you use different weapons than maybe you normally would. Who wants a wolf pack blueprint? Do I be nice and just kind of carry it around for somebody? I don't need these drivers, so that's going to be a really big sell. We're going to sell a lot of stuff here. A bunch of things we don't need. Let's start here. That's a good amount of money. Pocket the rest of this. Good. Looking good. We'll try to be nice, go out into the world and give, maybe give the blueprint if we can. We have one. I don't need 5,000 credits at this point. You can't see behind me, but I have almost 2 million. So that's plenty. Let's maybe try to be generous out there. Is there anything else we can try to farm while we're out there? I mean, maybe plants, but we came so far with that one. I don't know how much farther we're going to get. Maybe wasps. Ticks and fireballs are always interesting to go after. 22 more minutes on this before we go to Spaceport. And Spaceport, there's just so much space. Let's just go screw around in Stellamontis, maybe. I think we're good on the trial stuff. Let's just go have some fun for a thing or two. See if we can find someone to give the Wolfpack blueprint to. Let's go buy a couple of bandages.
Back for more?
That looks good. Again, pretty lightweight for running around. We don't want to risk losing too much. So yeah, what was I saying here? Let's talk about some of those videos. So yeah, Winnie's Hole right now is at what? 9,200 views, which is great. 146,000 impressions and almost a 5% click-through rate. So that means people really want to learn about this game. And it's getting shown to a lot of people and they're clicking in because it's interesting or there's some sort of hook, and that's really good. That's why for a lot of this stuff, and most of the views on it came from YouTube recommendations on a YouTube home. That's actually 85% of the views alone, which is crazy. So that's why it's really important, like from our perspective, why we try to be day and date when an embargo lifts on some content, because you want to be one of the first voices out there with a legitimate opinion about it, with something that's well researched and well presented, to be that informative source for those new interesting indies, especially that we try to focus on. So another, couple other examples of that recently, or maybe not so recently, Kama Eru is one that always comes to mind, because that was one where we were right out the gate at the beginning with it. It got a lot of attention, and to this day, it still gets some upticks in views as people search this game out and discover it. So that's at 3,400 views, and that's nice to have out there. So that's why that sort of thing, at least for like our channel and our content, is really important. It's very helpful. So we did Demon Tides. We were a little behind a lot of impressions coming out, so that probably didn't help. Horizon Journey, we were day and date with it, like right as the embargo lifted, and it's too small a game. There wasn't a lot of interest in it. People, just were kind of whatever about it. Timely stuff with different events too, like putting things up during the PAXs that we're at, doing the live streams. The Riftbound qualifier that we did in Houston's a good example, where we did an event hall walkthrough Friday or Saturday during the show, and that had like 3,500 views because a lot of people couldn't get to Houston. We'll do the same for Vegas when we go, because I know a lot of people can't get to Vegas. So it's let's go to Stellamontis. The immediacy is always really helpful with this sort of content. So what do we have coming up about that? Let's talk about some of the things that we're working on. So we'll have another kind of review or two grinding out as we go. I'm thinking, we've teased a couple times, Sari's working on her Space RTS review, and that will be coming at some point this month, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We should have a full-on review of Riftbound Spirit Forge, the second set of that TCG, somewhere around its launch time in mid-February, so that'll be good. I'm also working on another review for something that's launching in the middle of the month. That's embargoed. We'll talk about that later on. So there's stuff coming. And then, toward the end of the month, we get to the Riftbound Regionals in Vegas, so we'll be spinning up all the content around that, and that'll be really fun. There's plenty coming. We'll do back to our normal stream cadence on Tuesday. So maybe that's Mario Kart again. Maybe we play The Sims. Here's a fun one, and I'll bring it up while we're here now, too. Sarah had a fun idea where she got this really elaborate clay set recently, and she and I thought it might be fun for sort of a different change of pace if we did sort of more of like a creative artsy stream where people can, potentially suggest things or like video game characters that we would try to make out of clay, and then we would, see who can make it better or more accurately or funnier, and we just sort of have a nice, like, real chill, casual artsy-fartsy night. Is there any interest in that? If so, that's something we can consider for the next couple of weeks. I think that would be a fun kind of change of pace for us, too. Maybe while some game is also happening, so it's not strictly an arts and crafts night, if that's not what people want. Give us your thoughts. There is a lot of clay, though, so we will definitely have options. Okay, so this room usually has a lot of stuff in it. It was the first time I didn't see a spectrometer in there, I think. A lot of ratting and looting happens in Stellamontis, especially in medical here, so you gotta kind of keep your ass on a swivel. People love mowing you down in here. case and point. Be very, very careful. No time for breaching or searching. I don't know what it is about Stellamontis and why it's so PvP heavy, but it is. Maybe because it's generally some of the best loot stacks in the game. You have to, this is the last place you get, so naturally people are going to be sweatiest here. I don't know. I feel kind of boxed in right now. The light shield is not helping. It sounds like a fight.
Go to the loading bay.
Well, we aggroed everybody. Is that even the person we were trying to kill? I don't think it was. They look busy. I'm going to try to... Oop. Try to get out another way. I may get ratted. I'm going to try it. You can maybe get out through assembly. All right, well, that got spicy. We are not out of the woods. I don't know. I shot that guy with, like, the torrent. I didn't mean to. That was not the guy who was trying to rat me. Let's just go for the lobby. Very spicy part of the map. So we're just gonna pretend that never happened. Got our Stitcher. We can have a fight if we actually bear down on somebody. We're here for it, yes! We got all our trial work done, so now we're rewarding ourselves with another match or two. We were going to go into Stellamontis, see if we could just get some fun loot. And we immediately, we're getting targeted in medical, as does happen. But I think we've put some distance between them. The Toro will be helpful, and a kettle, okay. So if we do need to get a little more aggro, at least now we have options. Oh, baby. Speaking of the good loot. We've got our stupid Stitcher, and we've been doing... Oh. We've been going in with the Stitcher, like I said before, because I'm just sort of sick of getting down with really good guns that I either have to go buy or craft some stuff, and it's not really worth it. The Stitcher is so good in those close quarters, borderline rat situations where you're sneaking up on somebody or they're trying to sneak up on you and do some ratting. And it's so kind of lightweight and useless and easy to craft and easy to get a hold of. You don't feel bad if you die with it, because you can just spin up another one for next to nothing. So that's become sort of my go-to of I'm running around and I really don't care if someone kills me. I'm just here like looting stuff. You know, unless I'm, you know, sometimes I'll be a little more deliberate bringing something like the Batina in if I'm really feeling spicy about Arc. You know, a Torrent if I really want to be a dick. The shotgun, the Il Toro if that's how I'm feeling it. You know, whatever the case is. And we made it to the loading bay on the other side, too, so we're not next to the medical freaking out. But hey, you gotta be careful. People are, even in friendly lobbies, they're ready to jump you. Yep. That knocked me out. And... thanks, prick. Fuck you. Free easy loot. That is what pisses me off. Well, you enjoy the free easy loot. Take the fucking guns. Godsmack LV. Okay, noted. I got... so see, I've now changed my mind. I was going in trying to find someone nice to give the Wolfpack blueprint to. I've changed my mind. It's time to go bully, I guess. That told me everything I needed to know. It's... all right, what are we gonna do here? That'll be better for tactical shit. And see, the problem is I'll never see that guy again, which is always so much fun. Like, you want to naturally go back and like get your revenge on the guy, right? But you can't. Dropping down on that little health probably was not the best idea either. But you get so like panicked in the moment, you're like, what the hell do I do? Because you know, they just took out every, like, all of your shields and half your health in one shot. You got to figure out where the hell you're going or... a toast. So, I mean, he got everything that I scavenged, so it wasn't, you know... wasn't like I naturally gave him a ton of stuff. Did I give the ion sputter to whoever wanted it? I did.
Have you checked out that?
First, all the new arrivals.
What is this? That's like deflated footballs. Bully this guy. At least you gave him the blueprint. No! We did not give him the blueprint, and that's why it stays in the safe pouch. And why ratters can't get it. So there you go. The taunting is pretty classless. It's part of the Godsmack 4, not Godsmack LV. You know, it looks like a chode. What do you expect? Okay, so we're gonna do another like Stitcher rat run, I think. I would like to stop getting taken or caught off guard and murdered in cold blood. I would like to do some of the murdering, if that's okay. Can that be allowed? Maybe we just go back into medical and Stellamontis and grind it some more. You never know what you're gonna find. It's not my style, but it's gonna have to be. Because everyone's a dick. Alright, so Stitcher... Where is it? Here. So I just need some mods for it. Nothing nice, just in case we get stepped on. And what am I using? Honestly, we could take this. We just need like a light mag. Can I make mechanical components? Because that's what I really need. I don't have rubber parts, though. I'm running out of some stuff. And somehow not enough space in my stash for it all. Just buy the ammo back. Just seeing what we can combine and kind of get rid of quick. I mean, that alone's probably enough, right? Okay, folks, we're gonna... Let's get this going here. Maybe underbarrel and a stock. Let's see if we can just whip something up quick. Is that an underbarrel? The only problem is I can't really engage at range either. I basically got to be like right up on the person if I'm going to stitcher them. But I think it's probably worth the risk here. I'll go with that. And then... Oh, now we've got plenty. Plenty to work with. Okay. Oh, everyone's a dick. Let's see. Here's this. So it'll take just a regular vertical grip. Angled, will the angled grip work? Yes, it will. Okay, I think we're set. At least you gave him everything but the blueprint. Yeah, so it was the blueprint and the Exodus modules in the safe pouch, which was good. How naive of me to want to go in and be nice to people on Stellamontis. That's my bad. I should know better. And now that I've been doing a little shooty, it might start tagging me into some more aggressive lobbies, so people are going to want me dead anyway. Go buck wild. You want, all right? You want me to just start laying into folks? We can do it. Villain arc. Maybe this is it. It's gonna take me some time to undo, but you know what? Oh, see, that would be perfect. If I had a longer range gun, he would have been the first victim. Sarah always jokes whenever I'm in these situations, and I do get like backstabbed or someone's being a real coontaroony about it. She's like, this is the start of your villain arc, isn't it? I'm always like, yes, it is. Because then we get into like vengeance mode where you're like, you are never going to have your revenge on that exact person that killed you. You're never going to see them again. But you're then tempted to just sort of like pay that forward onto the next person you see, and you go back in and you're like, I'm just murdering whoever I come across and I don't care. So it just feeds into that eternal cycle of violence. I need a bite. That's a dumb thing to put in the safe pocket. She also jokes that putting stuff in the safe pocket is putting it up your ass, which I kind of like as a little bit of headcanon more than it being like an actual just unreachable pocket. Like that I would rather put in the safe pocket, just because it's a guaranteed $5 grand when I get out of here, which is good. Lou starting his "I suffered, so everyone else must too" era. My joke to that was something along the lines of like, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, but sight is overrated. Something corny like that. Now, how ratty do we be? Like, if someone's looting something or breaching a door, do we just murder them? That's happened to me so many times. I'm tempted to kind of just do it. Feed the machine. I don't know. What do we think? Or is it more of like a shoot only when shot at kind of deal? Does Han shoot first? What's the plan? It's actually a pretty cool quote. You like that? That is, I have genuinely, you know, said that over time. I forget even, it's an oldie but a goodie. Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, but seeing's overrated. Understood, friend. I also feel like it's, or am I just 12? I'm 14 and this is edgy or whatever the subreddit is. I'm 13 and this is deep. I've also, in some of my weaker moments, targeted people who were busy shooting at or being chased by Ark, which I feel like is bad form. But here's my counterpoint. Like, everyone's doing that to you anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you're inevitably going to find people who don't care that you're being chased by Ark. That's even better for them to shoot you, right? So, again, I'm tempted to be like, I don't want to do that. That's not sporting. But also, if we're doing like a scorched earth run on this, like, you know, people are running past me unarmed. That seems like a little excessive. And Sarah also jokes, she's like, you don't have it in you to just run around and murder people. And in this game, that's maybe kind of true. I don't know that I do. It's certainly not my MO. I much prefer a passive run and more of a shoot when shot at sort of deal. I think we put something in the Discord about this not too long ago. Oh, Jesus. I have to return some videotapes. You gotta get away from the shredder. At least there's a lot of places you can like duck around and hide. Which is a shame because there's so much good stuff to find in the archives, but it's just shredder heaven. Nope. No, I think we're kind of boxed in here. More or less. This is where you die, Mr. Bond. Honestly, it might be. Yep. Fucking hell, man. Ugh. I'm gonna kill everything. I can't even get away from the fucking Ark. We're so good at this. Why do you watch me? We're gonna... That was fucking dumb. We're gonna put our body somewhere people aren't likely to look. Didn't even kill anybody. It's lame. I enjoy the rage. Is that why? My worst games are always on camera and on stream. It's got to be a rule. It's very, very rarely this bad when I'm just playing by myself. It knows. All right, let's just find somewhere. That'll work. If I don't get to enjoy my stuff, no one gets to enjoy my stuff. Stella Montis is just a death trap. If nobody loots you, do you get your stuff back? No. Gone forever. So it doesn't matter if your body stays there till the map is done. If, you know, people walk by it for an hour and they don't see it, it's all gone. So the one safe pocket you get, at least that'll count as a passive run for me because I didn't shoot anybody. So let's do this again. Want the medium shield. We get our shredder back. The most costly thing is just the accessories. I lost all my materials too. At least the Stitcher, like we said, at least the Stitcher's really cheap. Like stupidly cheap. And I can just get all the pieces of it back that I want. So I can just do like, here's a grip, here's a light mag, here's a muzzle brake, here's a stock. I'm good to go. So I'm all kitted out and I'm good. Bing, bang, boom. And the rest of it is just, again, shields and things that I have pretty well in hand. It's just the parts that I'm kind of running low on. Which I think I can get from Celeste. Right? No. Where do I get? Yeah, no, I can. For a seed apiece. So I need rubber parts, and I have a ton of seeds. So, you know, 50 here.
These are hard to find.
50 here. Easy. And now we go back in. And then it sort of has the... Oh, I can hatch key and get out too. That's a little risky, but you know what? On Stella Montis, you gotta take your risks. Now we just get some light ammo here, which I think I'll buy.
You look ready for an upgrade.
I have enough money where I think I can afford some ammo. And now we just go in and, again, we don't really feel bad if we die. Because we're not really losing anything. It's that easy to kind of just ramp yourself back up. So that's kind of the scrub outlet. And you see it a lot, especially around like Stella Montis. And I would say, in terms of like aggressiveness in PvP, either the Blue Gate or Damn Battlegrounds are like second on that list of most aggressive. You see it a lot where people will just run the free loadout augment and, you know, use the stupid Pharaoh, try to catch people off guard, take their stuff and gear up that way. So this is kind of my variant of it because I think that's a little not so useful. And we're all the way over here again. I want to go where the action is. Which, again, almost all of the ratting that happens to me happens in either medical research or the loading bay. Couldn't tell you why. Just how it is. That's not to say that all of it exclusively happens there. I've gotten... Like, right where we spawned, I walked out of there, I was looting the first arc that I saw. Within 45 seconds, I was dead. And see, there's someone over there. If I was a real dick, I would just murder them while they're looting. But the shredder's coming, so maybe we can not do that. That will happily be his problem. Maybe. Generally, though, like I was saying, most of the other maps, I think he's got it, actually. It's pretty kosher, where people are, at least in the passive lobby, super cooperative on Buried City. They're cooperative on Spaceport. It's just usually Stellamontis where it's mostly kind of everyone for themselves. Like good luck scrub, that kind of deal. See, I feel bad. I could just start, like, laying waste to them, but it's so hard for me to do for some reason. Oh, we have a communication tower key now. That's a good one. I'll risk the Raider key getting looted off my dead corpse, because that's a great key to have. Anything on the blue gate is really good. Like, see here, his shield just went down. That would be an ideal time for me to just pop him. Can't see him, though. I want to have a villain arc. Is the Bastion dead already? Probably. Not hearing it, so... Yoink! Ugh. What the hell happened here? Oh, he looting. Did you see that back pedal? Could have done it. Who's shooting? Oh. Poppin' pops. Someone underneath. Seamless sound and screen control. This is wild. What are you talking about? I can throw... Oh, on the not DS? That's interesting. Also, the thing is, if you start kind of ratting and being a little more aggressive, it's very possible that other folks in the room around you are not super into it and will go after you. So, you kind of have to be a little more tactful about how you pick your battles if you're going to do it. Because unless you are in like a completely shoot-on-sight lobby where everyone's going to kill you, you kind of got to, you know, be judicious. Because, yeah, you're going to kill one guy, and that's fun, but then someone else is just going to smack you right back, and that's that. And obviously, it's very different in something like Marathon, where pretty much everything is shoot on sight all the time. So, here, you know, the vibe is a lot different. way too much effort. If you had to put a percentage on it, how many games go PvP? Normally, under my normal like passive circumstances, I would say like 5% or less. I'll get shot at 1 out of every like... That would put it at about 1 out of every 20 games. Lately, it's felt a little more like 10 to 20%, where it's 1 out of every 5, 1 out of every 10 games that goes PvP. I think part of that is the trials, where as you're... A lot of the trials right now are shooting specific arc, so like, do damage to Rocketeers, do damage to Bastions, kill Wasps. So a lot of people are kind of jockeying for that damage, and they will kill you if you're engaging with an arc because they want it. I've had a lot of that where I would be doing something, you know, I'd get shot in the back because I'm, you know, shooting at wasps and they kill me. And then they kill the wasps. Sometimes, like you saw here, someone's just a dick. They see you, they shoot you on sight. They abuse the passive lobbies where, you know, they haven't shot anybody in a while. Then they get into a lobby that's very quiet, like mine normally are, and they just, like, tear the place up because by default, you know, they're going to probably get the first shot in. So I would say normally it's pretty rare. I'm going to walk it back to maybe somewhere between 1 in 10 and 1 in 20 games will be guard your ass PvP. It's never a non-zero chance. That's the whole point of the game. Lately, it's been more like 1 in 5 to 1 in 10 has been PvP. And for the record, it's not like everyone I'm seeing is going to like shoot me in the face, but the amount of games where I will have some amount of PvP to do because someone's shooting at me first is higher. Maybe your Steam name is Please Shoot Me. It is definitely not. I checked. I'll check again. Maybe I was lied to. All right, where are we going here?
To the loading bay.
And again, it's really tough in the passive lobbies too, because you don't know if you're just preying on like real casual chill people, or if, you know, by the time you do figure out that someone is eyeing you up, it's too late. Like the guy, I barely laid eyes on him before he started wailing on me, so... I'm just not enough of a dick to do it consistently. That's the problem. It is such an interesting kind of... Sarah and I were talking about this too, how it's such an interesting reflection on people a lot of the time and how they approach these kinds of games. What's this guy doing? Down there already? I'm just observing. Bunch of bandages. Someone's got a supply drop. I love just climbing on crates. See, I get to this point after not having shot people for a round or two and the bloodlust is gone. You can only ride that vengeance high for so long. See, now I'm definitely getting shot because I'm looting the... Oh, a Tempest, though. See, now I have too much good stuff. Now I gotta get out of here.
Head home at the loading bay metro.
It becomes, hey, I don't care if I die. I'm bringing in Ratter's clothes, basically. And then it turns into, oh my god, I gotta go. I got so much stuff. Now, this is the most dangerous thing you can do.
Hello.
The explosive buy blueprint or an affiliate blueprint?
They trade in blueprints?
You need any of those?
What's up? Thank you, friends. It's nice to not rat. He was asking for blueprints. My chat wasn't working. Nice people. Bubonic plague. What a nice thing to encounter. I need someone smarter than me to study the social microcosm of Arc Raiders. There's definitely some... Let's Google it quickly, because now I'm thinking about it. Arc Raiders social experiment. There's a few posts on the Arc Raiders subreddit. I'll claw through a couple as we're still going here. Of course, the first comment. Y'all are ridiculously overthinking this video game. It's a PvPvE extraction shooter, not a social experiment. It's just a video game. Holy fuck, modern gamers are insane. One of the most pathetic player bases I've ever seen for a game. Lol. So there's your, basically everyone's sort of, everyone's response to someone thinking that, was fuck off. So there's your social experiment right there. All right, I will get aggressive. We'll start murdering. That's fine. All right, let me do this. That can get in the stash. I can junk some stuff. I'm gonna keep the hatch key on me. I'm gonna do that. Keep the wires. What I will do too, I'll go in with the anvil. We'll give it a mod here. Because then I can go a little bit longer range with it and shoot people from afar if I want to. All right, let's get some ammo going for it. So this is interesting. So here's another one. A lot of people really digging in deep to analyze this. Let's have a look here. Here we go. They're talking about rats. They're talking about how people are doing this. Does the existence of... So here people are kind of theory crafting it a little bit. Does the existence of rats in this game imply that if the situation was real, then we would have rats in real life? Like I see bro at the clinic picking up a looting augment and say good luck to each other, then he just kills me on the surface type stuff. Are we as a people broken in some way that prevents us from 100% coming together? Will there always be those that can't be trusted to do what is best for the people? Obviously the answer to that is yes. Here's one of the most upvoted comments. There's a bit of an intelligence bell curve meme going on here. Arc Raiders is so meta, it's actually a reflection of humanity on either end with it's just a game idiot in the middle. Appeal to authority is so trite, but I work in a psychology department at a university. This game couldn't be a better representation of the moralities, value hierarchies, etc. of different people and the expressions of which that become manifest when they're given total freedom from consequence in a test environment. Some people are made quite uncomfortable when they realize that they're worse people than they believed they were. Cognitive dissonance is a bitch. Made worse by the crowd so vocally disagreeing with them from so many sides they feel attacked, they usually scream/flame the loudest. Interesting. I'm going to keep reading as I go into finally prepare to be more aggressive. That first comment sounds like something a rat would say. Yeah, someone else says, I swear this game is the closest thing we'll ever get to the Stanford prison experiment in video game form. Play solos and it feels like humanity is good. People are kind, weirdly empathetic, they wave, they revive you, they share loot, they even let you limp away if you're down bad. Then you queue groups and suddenly it's a psychological breakdown. Full-blown war zone energy, trust gone, mercy extinct. The moment you add extra players, some internal switch flips and everyone becomes a warlord with perfect callouts and zero conscience. That's the group mentality of Marathon at work there. Someone said, I don't know why you people are acting like, why you analyze it so much, act like it's the first extraction shooter ever. This is the first extraction shooter to permeate the mainstream. Having played other ones doesn't make people special, and people continuously pointing out as some badge of honor or lame and only impressing each other. That didn't go the way I thought it would. Okay, more to come on that. Let's have at it, I guess. Let's begin. I don't even have to do the first shooty. See, again, I'm not even in here 30 seconds. I'm getting shot at. Where were they? Yep. Where?
Damn, you got a camp in a fucking corner a little bit.
Ha ha.
What's up, bro? What do you mean, haha? You're a little bit. Your ass is big.
We got him. I don't even know what he was saying. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this is case in point right here. Free loadout, Pharaoh 1, heavy ammo, bandage, barricade kit, light shield. That is the definition of it. That's exactly the type of person you see in Stella Montis all the time. So I have nothing to gain off of them. Maybe a bandage, maybe. That was a really limp haha too. Yeah. I couldn't really hear him. I thought he was like, oh, good job. So I was like, haha. Wasn't this what you wanted? Immediate ratting. I've never heard rat before this game for PvP. It's, I guess, more of an extraction shooter-esque term, right? But again, because this is kind of permeating the mainstream in a way that like Escape from Tarkov never did, or others of the same kind of vein never did, that's why you're hearing it. It's a lot of people's first brush with the genre where that sort of discussion is going to be relevant. I'm hyped now. I just wish... you wish they have some stuff, right? They just take a pot shot at you. It's always the trash talking on the way out during the knockout, too. They're like rushing to get their little digs in at you. It's just funny. I'm going to take the metal parts. Where to now? You know what we gotta do? If we find anyone else and down them, especially after they shoot first, we gotta teabag. We gotta bring proper shooter mentality into this, don't we? Now you saw my my smoke grenade go off. That's this tactical augment. You can see upon shield break deploys a small smoke grenade, has a fixed cooldown. So that's very helpful for getting out of tough situations like that. But again, that's a, you know, no-lose situation for him. He's being aggressive. He's coming in with literally nothing. That is the free loadout to a T. You know, yeah, gank on whoever you find. If they're popping shots within 30 seconds of the game starting, they are on some shit. That's the rule there. Okay. So the Stitcher, you know, maybe, again, you saw maybe not the fastest thing in the world at doing a murder, but gets the job done for how cheap it is. Like, is a shotgun going to do it faster in 2 shots? Yeah. Is the anvil going to do it from farther? Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely. But it's just for the money. Are you implying that we're bringing teabagging back? Did it ever leave? I think Ford will back me up on that. Teabagging was never gone. Just like Spartans never die. They're just missing in action. Teabagging was never gone. It was just sleeping. Now they were waiting. Oh, he didn't even give me a chance. So again, I don't know what he had. Let's go find out. Ooh, stuff. Okay, this is good stuff. A shield, light shield, so that's why we took him there. Good. Shotgun, we love that. Blueprints, we love that. Oh my god, so this is when you want to risk it. So they had the Stitcher too. A much better one at that. So maybe we're gonna swap that. Ooh, so much good stuff. Wow, that was a worthwhile murder. But you saw they were like hiding in the corner? Nah, fam. You see it clip. See? The Stitcher clips through. Gotta be careful. So I can't change the augment. I gotta see what I'm doing equipment-wise here. Stuff I don't need. The door's closed, so I can loot them a little more. Okay, so there's Nil Toro 4. That's a 1. I don't need the 1. Let's trade that. I like that. Take that. I like the Vita shot because we can't subsist on bandages forever. Metal parts, motor, the adrenaline shots we'll take. The rest of it, I think we're good to leave. Damn! Well, that worked really well. You wanted your murders, you got them. Stitcher's putting in the work here. Oh, that is a really quipped Toro, too. Ooh. I don't have a lot of ammo for it, but that's going to be a nice one. Especially we can switch to the fully loaded Stitcher to clean up. Especially if we get the jump on them with the Toro, that would be fun. Now, we did shoot first, but at least they engaged. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? It sure is neat. So now we got options. And we're going to want to stick in this lobby for as long as we can because now that I've been doing so much shooty, it's going to start dumping me into more aggressive ones after this. We got to watch our ass. Take advantage of this. And then I'm going to have to do a few real pacifist rounds to reset the aggression-based matchmaking if I don't want to have this be my new normal. I think that's the most... I don't know that have I killed more than 2 people in a match before? Maybe not. I hear shooty. Okay. Everything's freaking me out now. That is a dead Stitcher. Or whatever that was. They earned it. Leave them be. You might say, well, the dude was hiding in the corner. That's not very sporting. I'm pretty sure I was toast. Nice. Don't have the ammo, though. See, the other problem, too, every time we go into that PvP, obviously that's the risk of dying. So, now we have all this cool stuff. Don't want to lose it all. But we can just Raider hatch out. Although I have a bitch of a time finding them on this map. Maybe the one in assembly workshops.
Home at the assembly hatch.
Bro just war cried that little roly boy. If everything's a war crime, is anything a war crime? Rubber ducks. I have so many already, but we kind of have to, don't we? What do I give up for a rubber duck? 6 wires for a rubber duck? Fair trade? A lot of shooty here, too. Sweep the room. Always be sweeping. Slay the spire. Beep, boop. We don't have a whole lot of room for stuff. Just murder. Mostly murder. Don't open the door and expose yourself while you're searching. Unwise looting, Raider. Where do they be? Show me your moves. I have no moves to show. Synthesized fuel. No space. I'm pretty happy with my stack of stuff. Maybe the one magnet, not the most helpful thing. Kaboom. Actually, I'm gonna leave myself open for a second. Opens his mouth, kaboom. We fed you death. There's Shooty afoot. Oh. Run! Okay. Woo. That did not go to plan, huh? What even is the plan at this point? Don't get eliminated! No shotgun ammo. That is so quiet. This has some really, really good silencer on it. So these are like silent blows. That's crazy. It's amazing what people will leave. And also, we're not going to do like some insane 2v1 here. So, you know, if people are kind of together, maybe give them that. That sounds dangerous. Where are we going here? So the hatch is over here. Ish. Bastion's back, which means people are probably over here. We're going to want to fight the Bastion. Which means they will be available for murders. Pretty busy here. Let's keep an eye. Busy with Ark, I mean.
An Ark orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
The body's still warm. Back with our friend. Anyone loot him since? No, no one's been in here? Interesting. Shotgun ammo, though. I can use it. But I gotta give something up. I don't need that much. Okay. Some additional ammo is good. Damn, big magazine on this, too. What do we have here? Epic shotgun silencer, vertical grip, extended shotgun mag 2, stable stock. Okay. That'll work. Maybe we take one more run through medical? That's not medical? Hang out up here, pick people off with the anvil. What do we think? When in doubt, shotgun it out. Well, now that we have some ammo to work with. Makes it a bit more practical to do. Zip, zip. Anybody home? Well, they're gonna know I'm home. That open already? It is. But it makes so little noise. That's crazy. Don't mind me just ziplining uphill. It's a strong winch. No, I wanted to use all my shotgun ammo on the rollies. It's all my shields now. The shoddy silencer is so good. It's crazy how good it is. All right, I gotta switch this. We're gonna take out this fucking thing. It's also pretty well silenced. So we're just a creepy little presence here. I do want, if I can find arc power cells, they act as shields. A lot of them are going to be gone, I bet. Unfortunate. Oh, God. Mid-explosion beep. We're gonna hit our quota on pops regardless here.
All raiders, arc on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find your way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
Alright, so we need that raider hatch sooner rather than later, don't we? I think I know where it is. Low Rolly Pal spotted. War crime time. You're right. Hey, they're committing them on us. We're just matching the energy. So the hatch should be close by.
Head home at the assembly hatch.
See? War crimes. They don't have sympathy, and neither should we. Get smoked at the hatch here. Bye-bye. That's all it takes. Oh, wonderful. All right, well, I'm going to be marked for death very soon, I'm pretty sure. All right, so who did we kill? That was a long one. All right, so that's all the turrets. Person hiding in the room. That was them. And then right at the beginning, it was, yeah, Poppy Baljeet. Wow. Bye. Have a good time with the Pharaoh. That was hilarious. And they had an... Oh, they had the El Toro. That's what they were shooting me with, and I took them down with the Stitcher. Damn. That's crazy. Okay. That was really solid. We did some shooty. We did some looty. Look at all the goodies we got. I'm happy with that. And we didn't keel over and immediately get blasted by the first person we saw. So that, in my mind, is a win. Do we want to do another scrounge it together, see what we find kind of run? Let me sell some stuff. These grenades I don't need. That I can keep. Okay. Maybe we go in one more time. Just for the hell of it. We're not going to get mad. We're not going to be concerned. We're going to expect to die. And just That's a good anvil. That was a great Toro we got off them. I cannot believe how good that was. And we see, and that's what I want to focus in on too. They had this fully kitted out Il Toro 4 plus an anvil, I think, with all that stuff on it, and my dumbass Stitcher with at best green mods got him. No words for that one. I'm gonna bring the anvil in too, just so we have those ranged options, and we'll give it one more go. Just because I'm feeling spicy. Just to get stuff into my inventory here. By no means do I need 2 recorders, but how funny would that be? In Stellamontis, you don't really need an adrenaline shot. I'm gonna bring like 1 anyway. 1 or 2. Where did they go? Oh, duh. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's have one more go at it. Let's refresh this shield a little bit. Oh, the night raid would be where the real spice begins. We're going in, folks. All right. Let's try to make it powerful. See how quickly we get ganked. And we still have our augment that gives us the smoke grenade, so we can get out and re-engage if needed. Let's see where we go with this. Do I want another? I was gonna bring in another Raider hatch key to just kind of duck out, but because now these lobbies are gonna get hot. Here we go. Freshly loaded in, right to medical research. Let's get him. Did they just jump onto the... I didn't even know you could do that. That's hysterical. You got Stitchers going already. It helps to miss twice, just to really drive the point home that you suck. All right, we're going in. Stitcher in hand, Anvil as a backup. What joys await us in research? I love when this room's empty. It usually has quality stuff. Have we been betrayed? There's usually a pink something or other in there, like a magnetometer or something. For real? What the fuck? I could not hope to kill that thing. You've got Shooty. Where? Oh, they got ganked and everything. Where? They just had their way with somebody. It's so dark. I have to leave it dark. Then I can't see, then they're gonna see me. Where are they? Oh my god, I almost shit myself. Too many ticks, I don't want to deal with it. Are you for real? Get the fuck off me! They will stop at nothing to kill you. The ticks will follow you God knows how far across the map, and I wasted that arc converter. Or whatever the hell that is. I don't like the spoilers. Wasting my time. They're going to give away my position if I shoot them, but they're just going to keep following me. Pain in the ass. I can't find the dead person. Maybe they weren't here? At least this thing's pretty quiet. Well, they're fighting the Bastion. But we can engage at the Bastion. Right? Unless it's exploded already. See, it's dark too. Even harder to figure out. Cloth, fabric, firecracker, parts, stuff. That's encouraging. See, it's crowded and they're talking, so we don't want to engage them. They sound nice. Unless they're all gonna gank too. Yeep. Sometimes you just gotta yeet down. It's the fastest way. Heal up after, take your licks. If not friend, why friend-shaped? That's what I ask. That's what everyone who gets ganked and ratted asks. If not friend, why friend-shaped? It's so dark, of course. My effing knee! That's my knee! Maybe we can have some lobby fun if I can get over there. If not friend, why friend-shaped? Someone just standing there? Unsure if. Yo. That's usually how it goes. When it's spooky time, you keep your wits about you anyway. We've got the goods. Hello? Hello? I thought that was a person. It was not. Whew. Never found the medical guy doing the shooty. We'll never know. Isn't it ironic, and now that I'm saying this, I'll make it untrue. Since I started getting more trigger happy, it's quieted down a lot. Interesting. Is that a person? Yes, it is. Shoot at them? He saw me. He's like, you shoot me? Sometimes just causing the confusion is fun. Now that he's on to me, see? It's not... Good instincts. I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead again. Someone had a security breach. Anyone else? I like how he's calling it out too. He's like, "You're gonna shoot? You gonna shoot me? Don't hit me. I'll hit me." Anything else interesting happening here?
Go to the loading bay.
Loading bay. I'm the loading bay. All right, well, while we got a second here, chat, let's re-up on what's coming over the next few weeks. Like we were saying, Teresa's been working on a space RTS review. We'll have that in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. I will likely have a fairly comprehensive review of Spirit Forge, the second set of Riftbound, around release day. So February 13th-ish. There's something else I'm working on, I think, also for the middle of February. No details just yet, but it's coming. The Vegas regional qualifiers for Riftbound are at the end of the month. And we'll try to mix in a throwback review in there at some point too. So we're going to have enough going on, I think. Satiate y'all. The same people from a lot of people. Rusted gear's worth a little bit. No details equals Bubsy, my beloved. It is not Bubsy. And I can tell you that because Bubsy doesn't come out until May. So it can't be Bubsy. But actually, now that I think about it, there may be multiple goodies that we'll be able to share in mid-February beyond just the Riftbound stuff that I cannot talk about. So you really never know. Just gonna have to be subscribed to us here on YouTube or following us here on Twitch for the latest, am I right? Shameless plug. Mostly the YouTube though, because that's where the content goes, obviously. The reviews and such, that's okay. I'm not, I don't know. We're just kind of rotating back and forth between all the same places here. How's the Legion doing? 70%? We're okay. A D20? You got it, Bubbo. Let's pull into a corner. I might have missed one before. This is the first one of the night that I'm actually remembering to do. Ha! It's immediately out to the bad place. Well, you know what that means. Try to squeeze in a couple more, because now we're in the bad place. All the goodies. Just a quick flash. You know what you want. Well, we didn't shoot anybody, so that's promising. Get banished, bozo. Where are all these people?
I know, that was crazy. The rules, he didn't listen. He didn't give me a rotten.
Whatever, buddy. The shooting in the metro never made any sense to me. There were so many people there. That was Mappa style who did the shooting at the end? Yeah. That never made any sense to me because once the doors close, you can't take their stuff. You're not going to down them. So like once I like hit that and it starts, the doors start closing. I mean, you're just wasting ammo and people's shields at that point. I kind of don't like when people do that. It's funny, but it just wastes your shields. Like now I just got to go repair it and it's just dumb. I could have shot him because he was talking about, oh, someone didn't give me whatever. But I was just afraid that there were a lot of people there because there was a lot of noise and a lot of like people lighting chat up. So I was like, let's not push it. I don't know what's here. Am I going to have time to go through the body anyway? It was better to probably just not. Another D20. Well, we're in the bad place. Time to... Are you getting the temp ban? This is where it all gets juicy. We've got a 13. The most dabs. 2 D12s of dabs. So that's 8 dabs plus 12 dabs. That's 20 dabs I have to do. What is your deal? All right, so let me clean up my inventory here and then we'll do 20 friggin' dabs just for you. That is some work. The light sticks are useless. I don't know what the purpose was. I don't know why the game is so keen on giving them out as rewards. It's like a reward. It's not. It's really not. I needed that ammo though. All right, I guess we're going back in. I said that was it, but it's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gotta do these in phases. It's phase dabs 1 and 12 and a 13 and 14 and 15, 16, a 17, 18 and a 19 and 20. You're so welcome. Oh man. Dab on them fool. Oh, we did. And now maybe we're gonna... So many people tuned out when I started doing that. See what you did? You made me even more uncool than I already am, and now they know that. Well, this is an aggressive spawn. Right out of the box. Oh, right into medical, I guess. See who wants me dead first. A lot of shooty happening. Lot of shooty. That bag is usually a good sign. What's in the bag? What's in the box? Not today, though. Sus. Actually. Headshot? No. What is happening? What is this screaming? Am I gonna get demonetized? The hell happened? Some chanting thing. What is happening? He's arguing with his mom about what to get for dinner, and then the Hallelujah chorus comes in at the other end of it. Middle-aged loaf. Hit me. Let's jump on top of the bastion. Kaboom. We're getting Denny's. Said no one ever. This Bastion boy doing not much. I'm gonna run around blaring Trap Queen. I don't know. Another comm key. Ooh, we gotta go to Blue Gate. Okay. Arpeggio. It's not good enough. I have a couple. If that's all you've got, you can make it work. Is bro waiting for me? Is he not convinced by my leaving him be? Imagine being in the apocalypse and some dude zooms down a hallway at you with Trap Queen blaring. I'd take the easy way out right then and there. Yeah, you know. Hey, hello. Who says that? Sometimes people just set their traps and wait in specific rooms. It's like Bard. He's like barding, but he's not. It's not the recorder, it's not any of that stuff. slowly. Got a lot of stuff. Can we get better stuff? A lot of people. I don't like any part of that. Like a roving gang of uppies. Working on it. Yeah, no, that's bad. You get that, like, you know, coordinated gang of folks doing solos. That's not good news. Okay. Oh God, do I do it? Maybe not. Maybe we don't do it. Did they leave? I spooked them anyway. Okay. The bard is still here? What is happening? The false bard. It's like false prophets. Heed not. The great journey's just begun. This is false bard. These are not searchable? No. Got another key out of it at least, and that's some hot shit. Bruh, 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 bruh. See, when they're nice, I'm a lot less inclined to blow them up. Bro bounced off that floor. Yes, we did. We got a blueprint out of it, one we already have. else exciting happening here? Unless it's the night raid, no one's really doing that locked door over there. Hey. See? People are just chilling. They're minding their business. The roll is pretty satisfying. We like the roll. All right, let's see. It's getting kind of late.
Let's use that metro entrance.
Unfortunately. So this, yeah. Let's... Can we duck by the bastion here? Yeah. You got room. The Van Damme roll. Is that what it is? I'm very Jean-Claude. The ultimate, like, Shredder's Paradise. This exact dead end, wide open. Never be too careful. Extract ratting. I wish I had gotten that guy. He killed someone ratting. He's like, oh, they didn't listen to the rules. I don't know that. He was ripe for it. If only there weren't so many voices. That would have been fun.
Let's go home. Let's get out of here, brother.
Nice. Wonderful. I agree. Let's go home. How nice of you all. All right. Well, that's almost 4 hours later. I feel like that's plenty of arcing. Well, what did we learn today, folks? People are little shitbags. I have a very hard time being a shitbag. And that probably wasn't the vengeance villain arc tour that a lot of you were hoping for. So maybe we can do that a little more pointedly next time, because there will be more arc raiders. It's very obviously kind of in the routine, regular rotation for the channel at this point. So maybe we can make a more concerted effort to be PvP-y. Especially when we're kind of ready for it. That would be fun. Give it a little more pew-pew. All right, so where are we here? We landed on... I'm over 2 million credits. You can't see it, but throughout all of the chaos tonight, we hit over 2 million credits for the first time. Let me get rid of myself. You can see. 2 million credits. Wowee, folks. Ain't that some shit. Playing this game way too much. All right, let's make some room here. So yes, we gotta stop being a little bitch about it. Maybe you just gotta uncork once in a while. We'll get there. My pal's a multi-millionaire. Thank you very much. So I hope you enjoyed it. There will be more Arc Raiders. So if that's your thing, it is usually chill Arc Raiders, but maybe we'll do some more dedicated PvP stuff in the future. Who's to say? You got to be subscribed to find out on the YouTube or following on the Twitch as well. Programming notes before we take off. As always, if you haven't seen them, we have multiple early access game pre-release impressions that we've put up on the channel. 3 in 1 week. We had Winnie's Hole, the creepy body horror deck building Winnie the Pooh game. We had Demon Tides, the expressive platformer from Fabraz, the Bubsy 4D folks. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. And we had the absolutely horrendous space survival game Horizon Journey, every bit the No Man's Sky wannabe that it just cannot become. There's more coming. We'll have a Space RTS review from Sari at some point in the next couple of weeks. There will be 1 or 2 retro reviews mixed in. We'll have a review of Riftbound Spirit Forged and sort of take tabs of the state of the Riftbound at this point in time as Spirit Forged makes its way around. And maybe we'll do some streams around the packs and boxes, fingers crossed, that we're able to get ourselves. I have 1 or 2 things cooking that will probably also manifest around mid-February, so that'll be fun, and we'll have more coming in the meantime, our usual Tuesday streams of all of this stuff like this. Arc Raiders, Mario Kart, The Sims. We did mention Sarah was looking to maybe do a clay building night where people suggest, characters that we can make out of clay and see who can do it better. A real chill night. That might be fun. We'll see what'll happen there. And a whole bunch of other stuff. So you're going to want to be hanging out with us and seeing all the good stuff. So we'll see you again on Tuesday. Exclamation point Discord to get in the Discord if bound to generate a rift or two. Probably. You never really know with TCGs. It can get spicy. That'll have to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. More coming Tuesday for stream and more videos as we're able to play some fun games for y'all and give some thoughts. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Hypocritic GG, streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Lucem, call me Cheat Speak, with yet another episode of Arc Raiders. Perhaps not as aggressive as people were hoping, but we'll get there someday. Maybe. Thanks so much for watching. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon.